Living on me, living.
You didn't live, bro.
He did what he was supposed to do.
I've been live.
He was never a gangster, actually.
He's still living right now, though.
He was never a gangster.
He's dead. He's still living. We're still talking about him.
Exactly. And the young boys have no idea.
Man, Shaku could have done a lot more, bro.
But that's the thing, though. You think he could have, but what if he didn't?
A good question.
I think his mom put a lot of pressure on him, too.
To do what?
She just should have let him be. His mom was a revolutionary.
I'm in the fries right now.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of In the Fries. We have a really exciting episode today. We are here with Brizzy on the beat.
Yes.
Billboard producer, songwriter.
Yeah.
We're so excited to have you. And of course, I have my lovely co-host here. They don't need any introduction.
Yes.
Right, gentlemen?
They know already.
You already know.
In the fries.
We're giving it all to our special guest today. And we want you to give us a little intro, something about yourself that we don't know for the people that are not familiar with you, a little backstory.
Okay, well, first of all, y'all, thank you. You know, it's early, so I'm happy that I was able to get up this morning and meet with y'all today, man, for real.
Thank you.
So, go by the name of Brizzy on the beat, music producer, songwriter from Philadelphia, Southwest. 17 music group CEO, Billboard producer, soon to be platinum, gold, all of that good stuff, you know. And I'm one of those ones. I'm one of them ones.
Okay.
So, my brother, how you feel about producing one of the biggest songs of last summer, right? That No Bars, JT.
You know what?
That time JT was in her prime. She had her sugar daddy Diddy.
Oh my God.
No, that's Miami.
Oh yeah. That's Miami, yeah.
Miami.
But that was a big record.
It was a blessing, man. And, you know, forever, I'm going to be grateful just for that whole opportunity and that whole situation. As producers, we always work hard and we aspire to have those type of opportunities to be able to like have your record be selected by artists and it goes viral and it goes crazy. And then, you know, you start making money off the record and you start seeing it being toured and played in clubs. There's times that, you know, I just be sitting down sometimes and the song been out for almost 3 years, whatever. And I'm just eating and I'm hearing the song still getting played to this day.
What song are we talking about for those who don't know?
We're talking about No Bars by JT.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, I'm forever grateful for that because it opened a lot of doors for me and for me just being a natural born, you know, hustler and someone that loves the grind. I'm gonna forever push that song and, you know, spread the word about how possible it is to, you know, achieve records like that, you know. But, you know, that's done. It's here. We on to the next. But it's forever one of those records that like I'm gonna hold dear to my heart. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
So when it comes to that record, right?
Yeah.
Like the creative process with that record, like, you know, like I've been in the studio with producers, right? And I kind of seen a lot of them, how they went about creating, like, it just has to be like that vibe and you might just get this sound because you basically put a lot of different sounds together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like that record, like what was the creative process with that record?
So the creative process really was just me in Atlanta, right? And that's how good God is, right? That's how great he is. So I'm in Atlanta, ironically. My boy Wayno, shout out to Wayno, told me to come down to work with some of the new artists that QC had just signed at that time. Mind you, just like 2021 or 2022, one of them years. So the whole time this is my first time in QC studio. I'm in the same place where Lil Baby recorded some of the biggest songs. And I'm just like starstruck in a sense. And it's like, it was too surreal. You know what I mean? So it was me. There was an engineer, also a producer. His name is Knock. He was also one of the producers on the beat. And I'm literally like nervous, but I'm in my element at the same time. Like I'm about to make some beats. So literally it just was a beat we made, like making a whole bunch of records. And then my boy Knock was like, yo, I got a melody for you. Like if you want to mess with it. So he sent it over to me. And as soon as I hear it, I'm just like, oh, I already know where I'm going to go with this. You know, when you hear that beat, I guess you can call it like a Detroit type of beat or something like that. And I just felt like that was the vibe for that record. So we made that beat in like 20 minutes. Literally, it was just a crazy vibe. It was no extreme direction. It was just a vibe that I felt, you know, and we was able to put the record together. And ironically, That beat, we actually sent that beat out to like a lot of artists. That beat got sent out. I sent that out to a lot of my big celebrity friends that are fire, but we got it back from JT. And when I got the call that she hopped on the record, I was just like, did she finish it? Like, when they said that she finished it, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And then it took a little minute to come out, and it was like giving me like that vibe, like, is the record ever going to come out? Cause it ended up getting leaked and stuff. So the label kept following up and said, yeah, she loves the record. She loves the record. It's coming out. It's coming out. And then when it finally actually dropped, I just felt like it was a game changer for her career and also for mine.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Before we get into all of your accomplishment, I like to go back. How did you get started? Mm-hmm. How did you get into music? Mm-hmm. You're Liberian? Yes. For the people that Liberian are watching that don't know, we're in the fries. So we got to clarify that before you say, where you tell the American man from?
Yes.
You're Liberian. How did you get started into music and production, and how did you get here?
Yeah, well, shout out to my mom because I'm Liberian. Yeah. And I'm Ghanaian as well. My father's from Ghana. But I've been raised around Liberians all my life.
I mean, so you're Liberian, all Charlotte, everything now. Yeah, my man, you Liberian, man. I Ghanaian, bro, man.
He's a Ghanaian too, bro. He is a Ghanaian.
My last name hold weight, man. So
yeah, you can't take that back.
I mean, I seen it, man. The whole time I know that, man. My whole entire, they kill a man was raised in Southwest. Yeah, definitely, a whole thing of Liberian, man.
So how did you get into music?
Yeah. I always had a liking for music. Music has been something that I've been passionate about all my life. I don't know, honestly, why God put it in my heart, but I just always loved music. Music was a way for me to just express myself. Music was a way for me to find myself. Cause when you're growing up in life, you're trying to find who you are in a sense. It's just something about music I just gravitated to it at 14. But it was the year of 2017 that committed to my passion. I committed to music. I committed to it because, y'all ever been by yourselves and y'all just kind of have that moment where you're asking yourself a bunch of questions like, what I want to do with my life? Right. Where do I see my life 5-10 years down the road? You know what I'm saying? And God just put it in my heart where it's just like, man, you got to do music. That's what I put you here for.
Wow.
And after that, 2017, January 1st, shout out to my brother Maul Gates. He put me in the studio and I never left the studio. I just made beats. I was sweeping the floors at that studio. I was giving out free beats at that studio to work with anybody from Philadelphia just to get my beat out there. I made beats in the smallest, from my mom's basement to one of the smallest rooms at that studio, but people used to come to that room because they wanted beats. So from 2017, I just never left that place. I didn't make no money.
Incredible journey, bro.
Definitely. Please, my brother, please highlight that again. What you say?
I didn't make no money.
Yeah. Yes.
You didn't make no money.
I didn't make no money.
So outside the mix and mastering, I mean, who is Brizzy?
My father, man of God.
Man of God.
Yeah. And it takes time to get to that level. You gotta understand.
You gotta understand everything there, right? So my man, right? Yeah. We from Liberia. We African in general, right? Growing up in an African home, when you tell your parents say, "Oh, I'm doing music," I'm not going to school. I'm not gonna go to college to get my doctor degree or my nursing degree. I'm going to do music. Mm-hmm. What's some of the challenges you went through through that whole situation?
I mean, you know what, man? My mom, my family, they all. I made it known that I was doing music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I grew up. I didn't really grow up with a dad really really present in my life. You feel me? So I just felt like as a young man growing up, I had good people around me. You know what I'm saying? I had good circle of influence. Even people in the streets and people not in the street had a good influence. But I just knew that I just had to do something with my life and I had to take it serious. And for some reason, music just felt like that was all I was good at. You feel me? That's all I love to do. And, from a creative standpoint, you feel me? I didn't really grow up understanding the Quincy Joneses and like some of the real super executive producers and stuff like that. But even growing up, like those were some of the people that I kind of like wanted to be like in a sense, you know. It just looked like an amazing thing to do. And that's when I looked at music, I found inspiration. I found creativity. You know what I mean? I used to play basketball and stuff like that, but I found music just being more so a comfortable outlet for me.
I give some credit to your mom because on one of our episodes, we talk about how African parents sometimes are not very supportive of their children. And having a creative background myself, I know how that is. And you say you was making beats in your mom's basement. So that's amazing that she supported you and, you know, allow you to do the things that you wanted to do for you to get this far.
Yeah, definitely. Big up
to the Liberian Oman.
26 million view on YouTube. Off of the record that you produce. How did that make you feel?
So can we say when it comes to Liberian views, they may have the most.
Yeah.
You know what? YouTube I'll let the world. Listen. That's like just YouTube. You feel me? Like we got all the other platforms.
Apple Music, we ain't talking about Spotify, none of that.
You feel me? But for me, it's still surreal because not to sound cocky or nothing like that, but I'm blessed to, be in this position where you guys want to sit down with me, even though, we're all familiar with each other, but at the same time, the fact that like you guys want to talk about this is amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I guess I'm, I love this journey. You feel me? So it's still a journey. Like 26 million just on YouTube, just off a beat I made in 20 minutes. It's like, it's a blessing. And music pays my bills. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing all around the board.
I just want to give him his credit because for someone that's worked with big artists and done so much for himself, to be willing to come on our little podcast and sit with us, we got to be honest.
That's amazing.
Do that as soon as they start.
We get some Liberian put on Facebook.
Never despise small beginnings.
My brother will get Liberian put on Facebook. They ain't get no real
no accolades, and they don't want to do that.
Well, maybe
they can do free interview.
So we just that says a lot about you as an individual. That says a lot about you as a business person.
Thank you.
That you're willing to come, and sit and do this and give us your time.
We get people that rap. You know, Robert.
They want to let drama.
They let
Brizzy.
Drama. I so Brizzy.
CC Mentine.
As a real business professional and a brand. You know exactly what you're doing, and we appreciate you coming here.
Yeah,
we got big boy like you, Billboard,
the big fish.
When I say,
not the little fish.
I know when we talk about certain things, right? That's one thing about our community, right?
Yes,
we don't understand that we got people that actually perform in higher places, right?
Right.
That's why this platform is to highlight that. To bring that to the forefront of our community and let people really actually start working and actually doing real stuff. Not like go and sit down on Facebook and misbehave.
So who you say you reach out to?
Huh?
Who did you reach out to?
No, we're not talking about that. We basically, no, I'm serious. We
beat in the fry.
We basically want to let people understand, right?
Right.
Liberia is not what they think it is. We got people who actually performing, who making things shake. Like you a big time producer in America.
Hopefully, this will, open up the minds of most Liberians.
So Brizzy, tell us, bro, what are some of the challenges you face when it comes to production with artists and all of that?
Man, I don't even worry about the challenges, bro, because you gonna face all kind of stuff. Gonna face. I can't tell. We woke up. What time we left? We like five something in the morning. Like, we just make sure we finish a song. That's a challenge. That's a challenge. Like, we in the studio the other day. My manager Mikey and Musso arguing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to get the song done. Like, you feel me? Like, it's
doing like this.
It's all kind of stuff, bro. Challenges always happen. You feel me? So you just got to be built for it, and you got to have the mindset. And that's why I keep a good team around me, like Mikey and other people and stuff like that. 17 Music Group. It's like you got to have good people around you, so when you face challenges, you got a good team to help support. And building a team takes years. It takes years. It takes generations. It takes so much time to build. And, you know, so I face every single challenge you can possibly imagine.
Yeah,
it's all about up here.
Yeah, there's this documentary that I saw with Tupac Shakur, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was at the studio producing, and he was like over his producer. He was like, do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do it like this.
Yeah.
And they were on it like for hours, bro.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 hours. And when the guy finally got it right, then Tupac smiled. It was like,
listen,
all right, come on, we can do it.
I get phone calls every day. Every day as we was talking, I'm whole phone ringing. Like, it's because I got people asking me for like records. Like, hey, can you send us this? And I'm kind of like backed up on stuff. So I started signing producers now to help lighten the load, give them opportunities and things like that. But like, and there are times where I might be with an artist like that. I'm not gonna let no artist talk to me like that. But like you know what I'm saying? But you feel me? But at the same time, like you're gonna, as a creative, you're gonna spaz out on your engineer or your producer or your songwriter and stuff like that. But you just gotta know how to handle yourself. So I've been in situations like that. Like I work with some challenging artists, whereas though like you'll have the blessing of them reaching out to you. Like a real good artist, one of my favorite artists in Philly, she reached out to me asking for some beats. Now, mind you, she's a creative. You're not just about to send her any type of beats. You're not about to just, you know, she might ask you for a certain type. That's what she want, you know? And sometimes as a producer and an artist asks you to send beats, and you send it, it's like shooting in the dark. You don't know how they feeling today. You might send them all kind of packs and they might not like it.
They might like it or not.
You know, but she responded. She's like, all these beats is trash.
Oh.
Wow. I only like this one and this one and this one, Brizzy. These 3 out of the 6 that you sent, I only like these 3. But can you also make something like this? So then I tried to make something like this. She was like, I like it, but can you, mind you, we're on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm like, well, this is crazy. So I had to call other producers. Hey, can y'all help me play some instrument? Just whatever we got to do to get the job done, I'm going to do it. You feel me? But, you know, I've been through every single challenge.
I love that. And I love your attitude towards things, because some people would have just been like, F it, this beat is not for you. Let's give it to someone else.
I'm like that too.
You might have moments like that, right?
Like, you're not about to waste my time.
Absolutely not. I'm too old for that now.
Yeah, so being a Liberian person, right, what are some of the challenges, right, that you face in the music industry in general? Like, you know how, like, we Liberian, we feel like we disconnected with the people that are over there and the people that are over here. We all think we just on a totally different wave when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Like, how have you able to figure out how to connect the dot? Because I see that you was in the studio with CIC, Muso, and you was working with all these cats. Like, how are you able to connect that dot from here over there? Because I know you've been in Liberia before too, right?
In 2019.
Yeah, you went down there. You was linking with people. You was moving around. So, like, how are you able to maneuver being a Liberian?
And I want to piggyback off of that to add to his question, because when we did the CIC episode, we said that a lot of people say Liberian music is trash. So I want to hear that from a producer standpoint. Like, what are your thoughts on?
All right, well, I'll answer this question now. I'll get to that.
Yes, what are your thoughts?
So, to answer your question, it's just being myself, bro. Just being myself. Being myself. That's just being me, bro. Like, and the experience of being in the industry, because now I can call myself an industry producer, not to sound Hollywood.
You can't call yourself. You are, boy. You got built. I mean, you got built. I let the opinions of other
26
was on the bill. How many times have you been on the Billboard charts? How many times?
Realistically, twice.
2 times.
3.
Like 3 times. Like, what else you need to happen?
That's huge. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, bro. God can take away all this stuff, bro.
No, but regardless, God can take it. God giving it to you, so you need to praise the man upstairs.
I praise him.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what?
You own up to that.
Listen, man. Since we in the fries, I'm gonna start talking my ish.
You gotta start. You gotta do it.
Little by little, man. But just being myself, man, and experience. I've been through when he asked me about the challenge, I've been through every challenge. I've been through every experience. I've been in a lot of rooms where, you know, I thought I was the man. And the whole time there's a man that knows how to play the piano, the saxophone, make beats, and DJ, all that at one time. Scary, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, yeah, but it's just that experience.
That man don't have the grace that you got, my brother.
Absolutely. But the thing is, I think what he's saying is those experiences humble him.
Humble him a little bit. But
yeah, because, you know, being on LA is really what Atlanta Philly made me for sure. And I wouldn't want to be from any other city in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? I love Philly. Philly made me.
Brotherhood love.
Atlanta helped mold me. I started because like a lot of my sound in the beginning, if you really follow Brizzy on the beat, like I love Atlanta music in general, just down south music. I love
your beat. A lot of your beat is kind of influenced by
trap.
Like, a trap. So let's get back to her question, my man, about
people saying Liberian music
trash, right?
Nah,
what do you think
honest
about
opinion. Honest opinion.
The creative part of it, the creative part of the process, not just.
All right, let's keep it a bean.
Let's keep it real.
I'm not gonna say it's not trash. It's not trash. And a lot of music just ain't for everybody. But you know, I feel like this past year, I really dived into Liberian, like, or at least getting into making Afro beats, at least Afro fusion beats or whatever y'all want to call it, right? And now that I've been around it and started producing it and learning, I ain't gonna lie, it's not trash. It's truly not trash. Y'all just Liberians just gotta believe in their music. And yes, they might believe in their music. Hold on. They might believe in their music, but they also have to understand that this shit is a business, and you gotta know how to market your shit. You just can't expect J-Biz to repost you just because
you from Liberia.
I'm from Liberia. Like, I hate that. I hate that. Nobody owes you nothing. And that's what I feel like a lot of Liberian artists, you know, at least from my knowledge, need to understand. Like, nobody owes you
the business
anything.
Of music.
In the business of music, this is a dog-eat-dog world. Nobody cares. You feel me? But bringing up CIC, working with him was amazing. It was dope because I never actually worked in the studio with an actual like Liberian-born artist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm bringing him to my world, which is more of the Americanized style of like LIB music and stuff like that. So bringing him to the studio, producing with him, I'm letting him do him. But listen, there's going to be a time you're going to work with a Brizzy on the beat. So you got to hop on. These are the beats right here, but we're going to make sure it makes sense for you. Man, we got some amazing music.
Yeah, love that. I really love that, and I feel like that's what we need. We really need that in the community.
LIB music is not.
Sometimes we're too African. we need a middle ground to mix it up. So I think you can bring a lot of your expertise to the music scene.
Maybe one day I'll get nominated for a Liberian Music Award.
And are you also familiar with a lot of Liberian artists, or just CIC and Moose?
I'm not familiar with a lot of them. Not by like name or whatever. There's this one girl. I was in Houston. And she got this song that go like, "You stupid." I love that song.
MC Carol?
I think that's her name. I have no idea.
Oh, see, they're about to come for me because I don't know the artist either.
I forget her name, but I definitely was trying to reach out to her like a couple years. It was the year that you had your event in Houston.
Oh yeah?
Yep. I got put on to her.
Yo, you talking about the girl that performed?
No, this was just
a shit over there.
An artist I ended up like somebody like put me on to. Work, right? Yeah. That song, I love that song. I gotta look it up.
My man, they got talented people they got talent in Liberia, right?
Yeah, I like King D.
Yeah.
He's hard
the record you guys did too.
Oh yeah, that
you guys got a record you did together too, King D.
Bro.
King D. They make the man like that song.
I love that song.
Which one? To Go Ahead?
No,
you ain't go ahead, being in. Not go ahead.
Which song?
You got here. Matter of fact, we recorded it. You was there. You was there. More fire.
Oh. No, that Moose song.
No, but he can you hear me?
Yeah, that was Moose song.
King D feature King D on there.
Well, we're hoping that you
the
can do more
is nice.
Liberian collaboration and bring some of your
I'm willing. I hope after y'all see the interview today.
Yes.
Make sure y'all reach out to Mikey. Do not contact me.
No.
Reach out to Mikey. Or the managers in my bio, and let's collab. I need the fire though. It gotta be fire. And you gotta have that drive. You can't just depend on somebody to change your life, bro. Nobody's
my brother Brizzy. I figure something what they beginning like, bro.
Oh boy,
I think they beginning like, bro. They beginning there using people.
Yeah,
because you know why? Because let's come to you, right? You signed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You signed with
Warner,
right? Warner signed.
And I also signed myself 17.
You signed yourself too. But you understand it's a business deal with it. They begin there, over there. They just want, my man, can you help me? But they don't want to sign no paperwork.
Man,
you understand? They don't want to do music business.
It's a business.
Yeah, so now you got them performing with low quality because they don't have nobody investing, because they don't want to really get an actual investor, right?
Right.
So the first time I went back to Liberia, this is what I realized with the industry, the problem with the industry, that I met one picking fire, the picking moving around, picking one of the big artists. As a picking manager, picking content, it's kind of regular picking from Philadelphia, yeah. So literally, when it comes to managers in Liberia, they want sponsors, somebody who can get them money. So that has no idea IQ when it comes to the music industry. So they're just looking for people to take care of them, buy them clothes, pay for them, someone to stay.
Yeah.
No, so that's what really going on in our industry. That's why it's not actually growing. So like, I need you to kind of talk to the picking in and getting like insight when it comes to music business, bro. Like you actually got to really sign with somebody who can actually get you to the next level, not just take care of you for that moment, because you're not gonna get to the next level with that.
Man, look, I just look at it like this. I'm only going to speak on what I know and what I've been through. You feel me? Everybody got their own experience, own life. But one thing I will say is nobody's coming to save you. Like you got to think about it. And also you got to look at it like this. Somebody, if you really want it that bad, if you really want to do this music stuff, bro, like you have to give it your all, no matter what. Like your music has to be as important, or your dream has to be important as like your kid, in a sense, like your child. If you have children, it got to be important to you.
Baby.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like if you seen your loved ones in a burning building, imagine that being your dreams, right? Your family's in a burning building. You outside of it, you made it out, or you just coming home and you see your family crying. You got to go in. You're not even going to think twice. You're going to probably break that door, go through that thing, and bring your family out. And you know what I'm saying? That's how you got to take your dream. That's how serious you got to take it. Yeah. So it's like you can't depend on people to invest in your dreams. You have to be that person that's going to go out and go save yourself, and then everything you want will come to you. Every single thing. It's just like planting the seed.
Yeah.
I can plant this seed today, put all the water I want into it today. You and I, we're going to go to Puerto Rico and come back. It might not be nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we come back. But a year later, you got a whole plant now. It's like, damn. Bro, I've been doing this. When people ask how long I've really been doing this, bro, I've been doing this since 2017. I didn't ask nobody for nothing. Anything I ever asked for was God gave it to me. You know what I mean? And he gave it to me in the form of a problem, and I had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
You know, so I shout out to my team, shout out to all my people that, because honestly, my whole career was pretty much like supported by
your family and stuff like that.
Family, Liberians, Africans. You know what I'm saying?
Your cousin Samuel from Kings and Queens.
That's one of my managers. That's my brother.
Seeing him,
you know what I'm saying?
Major role in that.
I love that you said that.
A huge role in my life.
A lot of people don't like to work for free. A lot of people don't like to do anything when they're starting off. They want to start getting paid. And I love that you said that. Because with any business, when you're starting, you have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
Like you said, you was in that studio, you're making beats, you're giving things away. Not a lot of people want to do that. So what is one advice that you'll give to an up-and-coming producer?
Sweep the floors. You got to sweep the floor. You got to start from nothing. You can't be Scarface at the top of the world with all the money, and then you forget that Scarface was in the kitchen sweating and he just a man with dreams. If you ever watched the movie,
that's a great advice.
You know what I mean?
That's a great
advice.
You
gotta sweep the floor, and you have to give it all to God. As soon as I really started putting God in my life just started. You know what I mean? More challenges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what makes your character. That's what develops you into who you are.
I love that. Now I gotta get a little personal.
Are you?
Here. You know, I gotta. You want to take it for the ladies?
No, go ahead. I was asking
I'm thinking about it myself.
When it comes to collaboration. Are you open to collaborate with upcoming artists, on-the-ground artists, and artists and stuff like that?
My whole career was built off up-and-coming artists. And that's why to this day, like, I'm so humble. Like, my lawyer would be like, man, you're kind of like wasting your time with this, that. You don't say wasting my time, but like, bro, like, you gotta remember who you are, bro.
Right.
Remember who you are. But I'm like, you know what? That's true. You can't help everybody, but yes, you know, if it makes sense. I work with anybody, not everybody.
So you open to work with anybody?
Yeah, not everybody.
Not everybody.
So let me give you advice from somebody I got, right? I'm really good friends with this producer called Mastercraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gave me this advice. He said, bro, the reason why you see I don't really work with everybody, like for example, artists in Liberia, because you would see an artist in Liberia, you'd do a record with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would not promote that song, but they would do a record with like a local producer and they will push that record. Because they're thinking because you got a bigger brand, your brand's supposed to push that song for them. So you got to be very careful because then when people go on the internet now to take a look at this record, they say, oh, this produced by this person. They start to question your credibility. So that's something that you always got to be mindful with when it comes to, you know how it is all about people will be looking at your brand according to like who you are. So you got to be very careful and strategic about it.
Yeah, you got to. You know what I mean? That's why I always say I think I said it correctly.
Yeah,
so I work with everybody, not anybody.
Not anybody, yes. That
means everybody.
Let me ask for the ladies because whenever we have a guy on here, the ladies need to know, are you spoken for or are you single and ready to mingle?
I mean,
a lot of single Liberian ladies, though.
I'm a little bit spoken for.
Yeah, a little bit spoken for.
A little bit spoken for.
Okay, not a whole lot. He's saying that small room for somebody to come and speak.
Right now, my dreams is my girl.
Okay.
Dreams is my wife.
I love that.
My dream is your girl.
You know what I mean?
Your dream is
really
your wife.
That's what it is for me. You know
that's the best way to put it, though.
You know, I'm single till I'm married, man.
That's the best way.
That's coming from the real man.
They meant dating till you get married.
They meant dating till you get married.
I want every man in this world to listen to this for me.
You're questioning with that answer, bro.
I want every
dating till you get married.
Listen to me as a man.
You're just saying it the whole time. Dating till you get married.
As a man, you're dating till you meet your wife.
You gotta date with intention.
Yeah. You gotta date with intention.
You don't be with somebody intentionally.
No, but you have to date till you meet your wife, though, because at the end of the day, you can have an intention with somebody. I
have a follow-up question with that. You know, being this big-time producer, do you think, even though you're married to your music right now,
right,
will you say it's been difficult dating? Like even when you was out there dating, was it difficult to date because of your status? You know, being who you are.
I mean, it can get difficult because your lifestyle is not normal.
Okay.
You come home weird hours every day. I'm with the same people but different people.
That's crazy.
Many times that like I'm not like a club person or whatever, but like I'll turn the studio into a club. I'll invite all my friends.
So you think about it being a woman, right? Your man coming home 4 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, it takes a certain kind of woman to be able to be married to a producer.
Oh my God, a certain kind of woman.
To be honest, it does take a certain.
Take a strong woman.
A certain kind of woman, because you could be strong, and that's not really your preference.
For sure.
So it takes a certain kind of woman.
Go right there, Jordan, with me in life.
That's a person for the person, bro.
There's a person for a person.
So when you definitely meet your person, bro,
you
got 4 o'clock in the morning, gonna look like morning time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why sometimes,
like
I say, you know, I am spoken for.
So
you got somebody.
The music has already spoken for you.
That's crazy. To really think about that, that's super crazy, though. That you have to find somebody
that understands.
That.
You gotta understand.
It can't just be a normal thing where you find a woman that you want.
I don't have a normal life.
And she just automatically.
But I think that's with almost any profession, even like a surgeon. A surgeon can't just marry anybody because not everyone's going to understand.
He has to go, right?
His schedule. He can be called all hours of the night. He's always gone.
That's true, yeah.
So it's with whatever you're doing, you have to find the person that's.
Go right to show in their life as a man.
I don't even want to go in there, man. Let's go back to the artist.
That's why I say I'm married to my music.
He's married to his music.
Music has allowed me to provide
for your family,
for my family, my daughter, my kids, everybody. You know what I mean? My family, you know, everything. So, through the grace of God.
Okay, so if your daughter got older and she wanted to marry a producer,
me and Mikey was just talking about it. She'll be positioned. She'll know what to do.
She'll know what to do because she already learned from her daughter.
You should know what to look for. I'll never lie to my daughter.
I love it. But please give us one business advice for up and coming
producer,
entrepreneur. It could be in any field, I guess, because last time we spoke about how a lot of people get into business, but they don't really understand the business side of business. They just jump into things. And like you said, somebody stole your record label.
Yeah, somebody just organized me. My own boy organized me. I still my daughter.
Because he didn't know the business side of it.
Your man backdoored you?
No. This is what happened. I didn't know the business side. I was just excited about saying I got a label. You know, back in the day I was young.
Yeah.
Then you get excited, you and then the people that know the business.
I got a label, bro, signed to me.
Yeah, they come behind. Yeah.
So one advice that you'll give someone that's going into business or producer or create beats, anything, like one thing that you feel like is a must that they should do?
I'm only going to speak for myself.
Okay, speak for yourself.
This is my own personal experience. One advice is just to learn the business. I beg.
Take the time.
Take the time to learn the business. Now, I'm not saying go to the library and get a book and read it. Like, if you want to do that, definitely that's a bonus. I'll put you ahead of a lot of people. But learn the business and remember that your journey is your journey. This man might have a $100,000 car. You might be driving a Kia, regular, 2019 Kia. You feel me? Whatever. Your journey is your journey, and once you realize that, like, it's the road gets so much easier, so much better when you realize, like, I'm just gonna focus on this business. I'm gonna focus on myself. I'm gonna focus on what's gonna help me get to the next level. That's one of the best advice I can give, man. And just go through it. You know what I mean? Just go through it.
Be okay with going through it.
Go through it.
Okay with
Make a sacrifice. Yeah,
you gotta sacrifice. Energy, sleep, money, all that, especially the money part.
You gotta invest. You gotta, So like your the Billboard record, right? One of your pages the other day, and I saw you had the plat. So what record was that? What artist was that you worked with?
So that Billboard came from an artist by the name of Lil Tyler from Tallahassee, Florida. An amazing artist, amazing kid that I had an opportunity to meet in Atlanta. But I always been a fan of the kid. Like, this kid could do no wrong in my eyes. Like, when I started listening to his music, it was just fire. We'll be in the studio blasting his music, and I'm like, man, I want to work with this kid. I want to work with this kid. This was like 2022. I want to work with this kid. I'm like, Mike, dog, we gotta get in with him. Then one day, the label had us come down to Atlanta for like a songwriting camp, and I was there for like a total of like a week, but the few days that I was there, I was doing what I was supposed to do, working with all the songwriters, making some bangers down in Atlanta. But then one of those days, I'm like, I got word that Lil Tyler was in the studio. So, and I'm just walking, and I'm hearing all the A&Rs talking. Yeah, Tyler's he's in the studio, he's recording. And I'm like, why ain't nobody say nothing? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, maybe it's a private session. So respectfully, man, I took a risk, like, of just kind of like being curious. Like, let me look through some rooms. Let me see who's in there. Cause I know all the writers that are in all the rooms. So it's not like I'm some foreign face or whatever. So I ended up going into his room where he was at, and I seen all the superstar producers that I like, that I look up to, that I appreciate, like Jetson Made. He was in the room. There was a couple others. But I had a chance to just walk in that room. I seen Tyler in there working, and I'm just like, damn. All right, I waited for the right time to like introduce myself to him. So I introduced myself to him. I'm like, yo, Brizzy on the beat, I'm from Philly. He's like, yo, I fuck with Philly. I work with a couple artists out there already, So I let him know who I was and what I was doing down there. And I'm like, yo, let's connect. Let me send you some records. So we connected. The night before, I was in the studio with my man Cheese, and my boy Dino. We all made the record together. And then when I met Tyler, I'm like, yo, I'm going to send you some beats. So I texted him. I'm like, yo, what type of beats you looking for? He said some smooth Florida shit. I was like, all right, say less. So I sent him a bunch of beats. And then I'm like, I ain't get no response. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just send him this one beat that me, my man Dino, my man Cheese made. Sent him that beat. I'm like, yo, this is the beat that the label wanted me to send you. And next thing you know, I got a phone call from his label saying, yo, we need the stems, they need everything for the record. So and ended up getting on this album. We can listen to the record later, but it's called Take Her to the House. we sampled
Take Her to the House.
Take Her to the House. TH. It's number 7 on this album.
So you trying to tell me we got a Liberian producer at the say on the Billboard charts right now?
Absolutely.
And it's crazy, like, and then we get all the people that making those.
Take on the
What I said together was just that said it.
Yeah, they got position they said.
Yeah, man.
That's great, bro. I mean, that's a lot of That's a great work, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That one just took risk because nobody handed that to me. Does that make sense to like what I was saying before?
Right.
Nobody's gonna give you nothing. And shout out to his team, shout out to my label for even putting together the writing camp and giving people the opportunity to hustle. Because you gotta hustle. If you ain't gonna do it, somebody else is.
That's true.
You feel me? So
that's one thing. Muzo,
have you been nominated back
said.
home for? I said, like, have you been nominated back home for award winning when it comes to producing?
I guess I'm more of American to these guys.
I feel like when it comes to that,
I want to touch on that because
that should give you a flower, bro.
You got to connect. It comes down with it.
It comes down better than Divine Time.
Making it happen right now.
You don't have to touch on that. Because I take that a little personal. Because no, they do that all the time. I feel like when you're not, even when you're Liberian, but if you're not deep in that Liberian space, they don't give you your flowers.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
that's
not fair at all.
Like, how do you qualify?
That's not fair,
bro. You got number 7 on the Billboard.
Exactly.
A producer song 26 million.
This what's going on, right? Man.
Number 3,
just on YouTube.
Number 3 on Billboard and Billboard 200. The album was on Billboard 200, and we about to be gold. Like, if we're not gold already,
but our people don't recognize that and the reason I say I take it personal because they did something one time they was doing on influencers or bloggers in the Liberian space, and they had like the top 10, and then they were giving them awards. And my name didn't come up not once.
You know
and
why?
I was like, half of those people have not been paid for anything.
With your achievement,
you know why they don't do that to you?
With your achievement,
let me tell you why they don't do it. Because
with somebody like you,
they're doing underground stuff, right? They want to give the underground people the opportunity to highlight what they're doing, right? So now we got to figure out how to actually set that standard and set that stage.
But you got to recognize the people that paved the way, bro.
The people that are paving the way, the people that are actually making money, the people that are not doing it for fun.
No, but in America, they got BET, right? And they got an underground. The Infinite W, they got a hit.
Our Liberian industry that's giving war underground.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's not.
So let me ask you a question.
I've been in space. I'll tell you what's going on, my brother.
It's major.
Let me ask y'all this. So
it's major, Joel.
So is it a difference between the Liberian music industry and like
no
the industry?
What happening? That's what I'm saying. Just listen to what I'm saying, right? Underground, it's an underground scene, right? Liberian music industry is an underground scene.
So they're doing
it's the biggest award in the country, bro. So it's not underground.
I mean, listen to me.
It's the biggest award.
No, but you have to understand what I'm saying. Listen, don't listen to him. Listen to what I'm saying to you, right?
Yeah.
Our whole industry is an underground industry,
right? So basically, are you saying they're giving it to the people they not to know?
So underground. So you understand? We're not. Our industry is not major yet. So what they're trying to do, so when they start getting...
So what do you want to push the people that are major? The people that are rubbing nose?
So that's what we have to change that. So
how do we change that?
How we change that now? By doing things like this, bringing big people who doing actual real life stuff on these platforms.
I agree.
And letting people know about them.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's how you change it.
We're saying, inviting people on here that are not doing anything on Facebook, but they want to charge to come on here. Well, we have people that have huge accomplishments.
Yeah, one of the greatest right now in the game.
Listen,
so it comes down to us.
So we really got to learn to respect our people that are putting in the work, that are winning the awards.
Your price is your price if you charging and you feel like you're supposed to.
But you don't walk into Payless and expect to pay Gucci price.
But bro, we're not gonna pay anybody just for cussing or insulting, bro.
Hey, bro, it's like
you
gotta remember who you are, bro. Like this is my guy, but I still could have been like, yo, I need gas, I need food. I could have gave you my whole rider list, bro.
And you could have asked for who all's on the podcast because I'm not just about to sit with just anybody.
That makes sense.
We appreciate that.
You gotta you gotta stay grounded, but you gotta know how to take advantage of outlets and promoting yourself. Visibility is key. You don't want to be on everybody's platform.
My brother talking about their own Facebook, just cussing my cousin.
We're not gonna focus on those people.
Brizzy on it. BB.
No, because
I like that name, bro.
I don't want him to
BB.
I don't want to think we're talking about serious people there.
Honestly, we want to know what impact do you hope to leave on the music industry? What impact you hope to leave on the music industry?
And also, bro, where do you get your inspiration from to create your beats?
Yeah.
That BB
I really want to get the beats creating.
Let's go, man.
Inspiration.
Man.
I mean, I did one that night. More fire.
Yeah, bro. And you gonna get listen.
Yeah, that was nice.
You getting credit on there and all that.
On that whole, bro. That was nice, bro.
Yeah, he was in it. You better have your BMI ass cap or whoever you with.
Bro, music is crazy. It takes a lot of work
People don't know.
A lot of work.
Producers, right? Being a producer, it takes so much. Yo, this shit is hard. Like, pulling different sounds, putting it together.
Yeah,
I don't know how you guys
the timing of that second is like 4 people on the whole got it like.
But you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
I love the creative process because we bring people out of their comfort zone. But the impact that I want to leave on the game, man, on the industry, man, is that I just gave it my all, man. I just gave it my all, like to the people that know me, the people that's been around me for years, the people that are with me now, my team, the people that sacrifice with me. I just want them to know that I gave my all to this stuff. Yeah, like that's it. I just gave it my all. Like I want to be known as a person that just didn't give up. Use me as a testament. Use me as a story. Use me as an example. Use me. Like I may not be the richest man in the world. I don't care about money like that, bro. Like honestly, like I just want to be known to my kids so they know that, yo, this man, he gave us this platform where as though we don't gotta go to school. College if we don't want to, we can just join the family business or I want to just position my family correctly. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to be somebody that people can use as an example, as a success story, you know?
You're already my brother.
You're already
through the grace of
doing
God.
amazing
Even
stuff.
Even though you don't take it, but you are
doing amazing stuff.
I tell you,
coming from Philly and doing all of that.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm always just focused on what's next. I'm gonna take advantage of every moment, man. But it's like, all right.
Sometimes you just gotta take it.
That's how it be, right? I say this myself all the time, right? Every day you wake up, you're living again. Like every day, it's a brand new day. You got to figure something next. So you know, a lot of people in our community, they're living on that past glory there. Yeah. They're thinking about something that did 20 years ago.
That'd be the thing, man. Like even when I do certain podcast interviews and stuff like that, it's just like, you know, I can always recommend people that want to interview me, do your own research because like I'm more focused on the future,
tomorrow,
like what's going on. So you gotta do your kind of due diligence and see what's going on with me, so you can understand what you know why I am the way I am.
Of all the beats you've created, which one is your absolute favorite?
Your
favorite, hands down.
Tell the truth, my man.
It's
I know you don't hear nobody.
No, man. I really don't know, man. I made a lot of beats, man. I made a lot of beats, and everything affects me differently. I'm a Libra, so I'm really.
Oh, I'm a Libra too.
Hey,
Libra.
They don't know nothing about that sign.
You could have just said your heartbeat, bro.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest, man, shout out to my boy Babyface E, because he's an artist from Flint, Michigan, and I love like Michigan artists. So I had flew down to Atlanta and I wanted to work with him, and my man Dallas Martin, shout out to him, he was like, yo, pull up to the studio. We locked in with Babyface E, come through. And then I had the opportunity to just randomly play him. The video's on my Instagram page. But I played him that beat, and that was literally one of my favorite beats that I sampled. I sampled the song that I got from I got the idea from a Beanie Siegel song from his third album, The Becoming. I sampled one of those records, or I got the idea from that sample. And then, long story short, I made the beat, played it for him. And the way he recorded that, man, you had to be there. Just had to be there. I love sessions that
does it for you,
that just take your breath away. Like it's just like man, it fills your soul up.
You kind of just see everything you dream about coming to reality. That's a different feeling.
Like, so that's one of my favorite beats. And then I love No Bars beat, but I got so many beats, man. I got so many records that's getting ready to come out.
It's a big record. You heard it on the radio.
I'm gonna have to listen to it again now that I know that's my brother.
And listen, and that's okay, because listen, the song is still growing at the same time. 26 million views is a great number to have on YouTube. In terms of
26.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the same time, how many people's in the world? You know what I mean? It's people that, like, sometimes I'll go and refresh it and just look at it and be like, damn, somebody commented like a day ago. I'm like, the song been out.
Still discovering it.
You know what I mean? So, but you asked where I get my inspiration from. I get my inspiration from the struggle. You feel me? I get my inspiration from not having much. And that's a blessing. Yeah. Because when you don't have nothing, you're back against the wall.
You got nothing to lose, right?
You got nothing to lose, but you got everything to gain. So it's like, I take pride in making sure that, I try to like be nice to everybody, work with everybody, stay out people's way, mind my business. You feel me? And just worry about me. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the inspiration. You know what I mean? Just being able to just look at my past and look where I came from. You know what I mean? And it's still more to go.
So my man, I've been putting watching their podcast. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Can you please tell them some of the record in, some of them not here, some of the big people you work with, some of the key record in, because some of them be listening.
Throw some names out there.
Yeah, they be listening and say,
this is your moment to flex.
They're talking about
I'll say that one. Yeah,
just flex, and then we close this out.
Flex. Let's close out with the flex.
To me, it's not even a flex, man. It's just
what you done. Your reality.
It's like, you know, we got what we got. We got obviously JT. You know, that's a gold record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If gold is 500,000 sold, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, 500,000 people bought it.
You know, Lil Tyler, Take It to the House. I'm gonna do y'all even a better solid. Go to my Apple Music.
Yes.
Go to Apple. Type down Brizzy on the beat and look for my Apple Music playlist. It's you know, Apple Music, they do a great job over there. Shout out to everybody that helped put the playlist together. Y'all can check out all my work right there.
That's it.
Y'all can check out all the records I did right there. Some of your favorite records. And then there's so much other stuff that is on the way, that's in the process, which is, man, just stay on this journey with me. Just stay on this journey. If this is your first time seeing me, hearing about me, whatever, just stay on the journey. It's a fun job.
So LMA next year, I'm gonna still nominate people there like this.
Telling you, bro.
I'll bring Ratin for you to
got to get a man's flower.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming.
It's one of the biggest and the greatest. Yeah,
I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for the conversation, man.
Do you have any last words for the people before we close out?
Man, you know, follow me on Instagram, Brizzy on the beat. We got a lot of music coming out all year. Next year, 2025, or whenever this interview comes out, from the timing of this interview, we got a lot of stuff getting ready to drop. And y'all just position yourself.
Position yourself. LIB to the world.
LIB
to the world. And we're out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my boy. Nice conversation.
Yeah, it was nice. That was dope.
How many minutes?
We did an hour. A little over an hour.
Man, that 1 hour 45. You don't start to talk. You see, I don't want your manager between the brain people and anybody. If we work on our brain person, then they come to me. Hey, guys,
you doing photos?
I am not Jones.
They're good.
Yeah, y'all did good too.
Yeah.